Hello, you are not. Hello,
Hello?
yes, I'm audible to you.
Yeah,
Okay, 1 minute. I just connect my headphone.
yes.
Hello,
Hello, yeah, yes.
yes, you are from South India.
Yeah, yes.
From which state?
Tamil Nadu.
Okay, so I want to just know what do you know about LabVIEW till now?
I know the basic functions. For example, the front view black diagrams, and then some loops. This one I last month the James previous lecture. I think the person named James. He explained some little bit.
He's from ACTE
Yeah,
Academy.
ACT.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So now, what you want from me? I start
Uh,
from basics, or should I continue from according to my pace?
uh, Actually, basic I know some little bit. For example, the loop I know that the while loop, for loop, and then case structure. Something I know that.
Okay,
Uh, you can go for the function array function. You can start from array and
okay,
then sub a. Then I can easily.
okay, okay. Means I'm just sharing my video screen to you first.
Yeah.
Is it visible to you?
Yeah. Now sharing.
Okay. So basically, there is a guy from South India itself. His name is J Ram something. Uh,
Jairam.
your name is
My name is Sadish Kumar. Actually,
and
in the WhatsApp name is it's updating Jairam. It's
okay,
my
okay,
another name,
but
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 our real name is Sadish.
okay, okay, I just updated, and the guy name is again Jairam. He is preparing for CLAD exam. Do you know about CLAD?
Yeah.
He is preparing for that exam. He is uh, currently working in a embedded company, and
Okay.
I just explain you little more about the numeric functions, like comparisons, like loops, because there are very vast information about these loops, because many questions are there, and that guy started getting help from me, and earlier he appeared for first time. When he appeared for the CLAD exam, he got 30%, and right now,
Oh.
because in 2021 I gave the exam, and I just recall the
Okay.
questions, and these questions are till now NI asking.
Oh.
By using these, right now he is not CLAD certified, but he reached to 67%, and the criteria for the CLAD is 70%.
Okay. Cool.
So I also explain you CLAD exam that is not a part of this course.
Okay.
If you are interested in CLAD, the cost of the CLAD is 90 100.
Okay.
If you are interested, you can go for that.
Sorry,
Yes,
19,000.
yes, yes, 19,
Okay. You
19,
are
not
from North
19,000,
India?
1900.
1900. That means
90,
1900.
90, 90, 100, 90.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
9000. It's a
yes,
9,000.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
9,000.
Okay. You
So,
are from North Indian?
yes, yes.
Okay, I hear the 1100 is from Mumbai.
Oh. You know Hindi also?
Yeah, I know, but I cannot write. I can understand. I can speak little bit because I am working in Mumbai 3.5 years.
Okay, okay. So, shall we start?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I have a little PPT for you. It hardly take 10 minutes. I just
Yes.
go very fast. So, people who need programming but not a programmer, that's why we use LabVIEW. I also not a good programmer in text form, so it is a headache. So, so over here we have LabVIEW. It is a good solution. It the definition is again laboratory virtual instrumentation engineering workbench. It is a graphical programming language. The language we use, or we call it G language. Yes, and the earlier it is started in 1980s. The main person is Jeff Podolsky. He's the main, till now he's the main owner of this Jeff Podolsky of NI National Instruments. And in 1986 we got the first LabVIEW version, that is LabVIEW 1.0. And right now you have cracked version or full version?
Yeah, I have full version.
You purchased it?
2020. No, it is the cracked one. Cracked file.
Okay. You cracked it by which file? Is there any in 2000?
Download.
Okay.
Download from the online.
Okay. I will show you. You can download any version. I have a software that will crack any file. Because in 2013 I just joined a college KIT group of institution. Over here I just teach LabVIEW. From 2013 I am teaching LabVIEW, and my students joined the NI also, and they gave me that crack file, and they told me use it till the end of NI. Any version, let's say in future version it will also crack that version. So over here again LabVIEW, where we can use it in industry. We also develop some software, web software. The name is Quick Talent Search Tool. Using that LabVIEW, in that part we use just strings. We just take the resumes of different persons, like 100 persons. Then according to the JD stands for job description. According to the job description, we select some criteria and we create a program which will give me the best 5% out of 100, and we developed it, and we go to the consultancy of 2 lakhs from company Saraka, and we also developed some program. There are around 4 to 5. I created 4 to 5 courses based on LabVIEW, like SQL interfaced with LabVIEW, Python interfacing with LabVIEW, Arduino board interfaced with LabVIEw. Now I am working on Raspberry Pi. I also worked on different LabVIEW hardwares. Like, do you have any hardware with you?
Currently no, sir, but I want to configure in the hardware, sir, because I am working on full electronics company.
Okay.
So I want to configure from like AC source, electronics load, and then oscilloscope.
You
and then
yes. For that purpose, we go with Visa.
Yes, Visa.
Yes. And the first project we got from Indian Air Force, Delhi, Palam. We developed interface file that is auto calibration of different instruments. We did that for Air Force Palan. Basically our students did that. I just help them how to connect, and I just teach them how to use LabVIEW. So this is, over here we have future. So the basic idea is clear to you. So I just go to the next file. Like over here in the C we have int a for the integer. Again we have another variable int integer b, and in the LabVIEW here is the code. This is the graphical code, and in the background we have these codes. And this language it is basically developed using C#. Okay, so I just, these PPTs are not, I just go to the toolbox because you need that information. And in the LabVIEW we basically focus on three parts. First is constant, second one is control, third one is indicator. Control and constants are available in both the control and indicators are available in both the windows, front panel and block diagram. But constants are available only in the front panel and not in the block diagram. It is not available on the front panel because we did not because the user did not require any constants.
Okay.
Indicators on the output side, controls on the input side, and constants also on the input side. Yes. Over here we have some loops, like this is for loop, while loop. Can you use, or can you convert while loop into for loop or for loop into while loop?
No sir, we are just practice on the while loop and the for loop separately.
Okay.
So most of the case we are working on the while loop and for loop with just introduction.
Okay, I will tell you both loops and also its conversion. And we have some sequence loop. These are just like case structure. If you just automate the case structure, it is just like sequence loop. In the sequence loop we have stacked sequence, flagged sequence. I will tell you in the future. So over here we have the toolbar. So basically this is my symbol for the toolbar. When it is broken means there are some error. Yes, there are some error inside the VI, and this is the normal condition. Over here we have the continuous run. If you are not using any loop, you just click over here, it just work like while loop.
Okay.
Then we have stop. This is abort execution. Basically, if you want to stop your process, your handy process, if your program just go into the infinite loop and you want to get out from that loop, you just click over here, abort execution. But in normal condition we create a stop button in our while loop, in our stop loop, to stop the program. We just minimum use of it, this abort execution, because when you go for abort execution, it will also change your properties of your VI. Then we have pause over here. Then we have highlight execution. This bulb is a highlight execution, and over here we have the font. Basically it is for decoration purpose, and these are alignment. These are over here, these are my alignment and distributing. These are just decoration part, and these are for debugging features. Like in C and Python we have stepping options, like if you want to execute one by one every instruction and what is the result of that execution, and you want to check, you just go with these debugging features in LabVIEW. And over here these are my different symbols for the run. This is the normal run. This is the run when you are in a loop, matlab means it is running condition when it is running. And this third position is the broken, when we have error inside the VI. And this is my abort execution. Again, avoid using the abort execution because it will create some problem when you run your VI next time. You just download your software as you already downloaded. So let's start with real work. So right now, if you want any VI, I just convert it to 2020 version because you have 2020.
Yes.
Okay. So I just close it first. I do again. Run it. Over here we have LabVIEW. In normal condition, we just go for new VI, but many cases, if you want to, if you have many sub VIs, if you have any other dependencies, then you just go for project. In the future lectures, I just tell you how to create project and what is the benefit of projects over VI. So right now I just go with new VI. So over here, Control T will create side by side and Control E will switching if you want to go with full screen version.
Okay.
So Control E will switch as you see.
Control T is
Control T for side by side.
Side by side.
Yes. So I will tell you different shortcuts also. And in the toolbox, as you see, I already told you this is my run, continuous run, abort execution, pause. This is my highlight execution. It will basically slow the process. I show you an example, and it also show you how data is processed. In the LabVIEW, like in the C and Python, data goes from top to bottom. Your code executed from top to bottom. In the LabVIEW, the data executed from left to right.
Left to right.
Yes. So over here, I just create a control. This is my X input. This is my plotting. And you know about the data types?
Yes, it's
What type of data it is?
float numbering.
Yes, it is a numeric plot.
Numeric plot.
Yes. If orange color is there, it is a numeric. If it is blue color, then it is integer. You can change from over here. Go to the representation and over here different data types. I just make it integer I13. And this red dot is known as quotient dot. Quotient dot. Basically, I will share you the recordings also because right now I'm recorded this part also. So over here, this is my quotient dot. Basically, it will convert in the default position my node. This one, this plus is known as node. Basically, these these components, these are known as nodes. In the LabVIEW, these are known as node. And over here, this quotient dot, in the function of this quotient dot is it will convert numeric data into floating data, because over here I just put floating data. Let's say the input data is 2.5 and y will contain only integer. It will not contain any floating point. Right now I just put 2.5, but it take only 2. Okay. Yes. So when I just run it, it will give me floating value. So that's why if there is integer, then integer plus integer, it will give me integer value. Okay. So right now I just show you the highlight execution part. So when I click on highlight execution, the process is slow because it is a simple program. It will hardly take 1-2 seconds, and you just check what type of data moves through these wires. So when I run it, as you see, data goes from over here. Again, I just make it continuous. You just check it. Data goes from over here to here, and so this is the function of highlight execution. Basically, we just use it for debugging purpose, and you want to check what is the data at a particular node. For example, I just make some more modification to the code like this. So right now I just highlight execution and run it, and you just check how data is processed from left to right through highlight execution. And one more information from this part, Control E. So as you see in the indicator part, if you want to check what is indicator, what is control, on the front panel we have only control and indicator, no constant is there. So the background, if it is white, then it is a control. If background is gray, then it is indicator. The background is gray, then it is
Gray
indicator. Yes, and the background is white, in that case it is control. So next, in the tools, not tools, in the view, as you know, we have two parts, block diagram and functional palette. The third part we have is the connector panel. This is the connector panel over here, as you see.
Yes,
You see my mouse over here.
Yes,
this will
right.
connect my block diagram window to front panel window. As I just create any numeric control over here, as you see, numeric control I just place in the front panel, it will create a replica over here in the front block diagram window. So these two windows, front panel and block diagram, are connected through this connector panel. We can edit it, we can create sub VIs also. Do you know what is sub VI?
Yes, it's for example, now the two additional is there, right? We can simulate for the all the additional.
Basically, it is a sub program. You can say it is a sub program of your main program. Okay, you can edit it. Okay, so over here in the view, functional palette, this is my functional palette that is available in the block diagram window, and in the control, in the front panel, we have this control palette. When you right click over here, we got these functions. These are related to front panel only, like decoration part is there, as you see over here. This is my decoration part. If you want to put a triangle or any square, any home, and some data connectors over here, and the different part is that is tool palette. It is available in both the functions. If you just click over here, right now it is automatic tool selection. Okay, if you want to just make a, like over here, I just break all the wires, and firstly, right now, who are the first time programmer of LabVIEW, they have some problems like connections with the wiring. In that case, the control B function, right now we have many broken wires. You can just select it or delete it, or directly control B. It will delete all your broken wires. Control B.
Control B.
Yes, it will clear all your broken wires. Okay, so if you right click over here, right now my mouse is just selected as an arrow. Right now, if I click on this hand, you just change the value. Like I have this boolean function. Using this function, you can easily click on that. If I just automate it, it will create me problem. Okay, so if I just click over here, automatic selection is closed. You easily change the position of this boolean. And over here we have some text. If you want to write some text, this is for wiring. I'll just show you. This is for wiring. You directly connect any wire easily. Okay, and this is the hand. If you want to move your diagram, in the window. Yes, like this complete diagram. Okay, and this is the probe. If you just click over here in between, it will show you the value between this. You just create,
This black.
yes, you just create in between indicator. It will show you. Like if I first I have to just minimize it and remove all the unconnected. So I just first, so now I have three probes. I just show you. One probe is there. So now I want to check the value. As you see over here, you just select any probe and it will give you the value. It is the simple program, that's why you got the values. If you want to go for fuzzy neural, in that case you just need to check inside values. What are the values inside the program we got? We just go with the this probe function. And if you want to change the color, 1 minute, I just show you. If you want to just change the color, let's say you change. Okay, you just insert any picture inside it. You just change the background of this using this. So I just, and if you want to just make your front panel in a small size, so I just make it automatic. I just create a indicator over here. Create indicator. Now it will take more space, and using Control U, you just minimize your space. Control U in the block diagram. Yes, Control U. So I just remove this. So now you told me that I just go with the array. So first I told you how to build the array. There are, first I just go to the front panel. In the front panel over here in the data containers, we have arrays and cluster. The arrays, the definition is same that we just learn in the C language and in the Python. That is, it will contain same type of data. Yes. So it is a blank array. I just click and drag it. Right now it is a blank array. If you want to make it numeric, you just go to numeric over here. Just click it. It will, right now it is a floating type array. Numeric floating type. Okay. And it is a DBL, and I just copy it. If you want to change it to numeric integer, then just go to representation. You can make it I8, I16, I32. The function of this, it is the range difference. I8, 2 raised to 8, 2 raised to 8, it will give you the value range of this I16. Okay, so right now I just make it I32. So these are my two arrays. These are one-dimensional array.
One dimensional.
Yes. Okay. And as you see over here, I just put it, and you just drag it in only one direction. Only one direction. Right now it is a one-dimensional array. So I just put inside some value. Let's say 2.3. 25. You just put any value, and I just create an indicator. So right now, as you see, the width of the wire is more in this case as compared to previous one. I just also show you the case of scalar value. So when I just use the numeric, and over here this is the indicator, you just check using wires. By using wires, you can check what type of data inside the function. Like over here, one scalar value goes from numeric to numeric 2, but in this case there is a set of values, same type of data, means floating values are running from array to array 3, and over here for
Array
yes, integer values, numeric integer value, over here floating values. So if you want to convert this one dimensional array, right now I just convert, I just first delete this, copy it, so I just show you different types of data. Like over here we have scalar data, over here we have one dimensional data. Now I just create a two dimensional data. So over here this is my array, one dimensional. You just increase this indexing. Over here this is my indexing. Okay, if you want to just reduce the space, just make it like this, and you want to check the value, this is at the 0 position. When you increase it, this is at the first position, this is at the second position, third and fourth. Yes. Okay, right now as you see, I have just some handling problem. So you just go to the tools if you want to make it handy. So go to the palette, just select this. In this case it will not create any problem. So this is the function of toolbox, tool palette. Okay, so I just again make it automatic. So when you increase the indexing, you just drag your array in both the direction.
Okay.
So it is a two-dimensional array.
2 dimensions.
And right now I just make the indicator also 2 dimension. So you have to just increase the size of indexing, and over here we have the array 4. So I just make array error over here,
Yes.
because I just make the indicators 2 dimensional. So over here this is my input, this is my input. I want to just increase this, and over here this is my array 4. I want to make it array 2 dimensional.
2 dimensions.
Right now these are my two arrays of 2 dimension. So you just put inside some value, let's say 3 over here. These are initialized, these are uninitialized value. Over here 2.5, 25, 2.6 is initialized. When I just run it, these are initialized. So you just check the type of data. Over here single wire scalar data is there, the width is increased from this part. Now array, one dimensional array is there. When two parallel lines are there, in that case two dimensional data is there. Okay, and if you want to just go for 3 dimension, you just again increase the index value, and you just check what happened to the wires. The width is increased, you just check. And if you want to just compare, I just go for array 6, make it 2 dimension, and array 5, maybe it is, yes, array 5 is there, I just make it 2 dimension. You just check, as you see the width is increased. In the case of 2 dimension, the between two parallel wires the width is less as compared to 3 dimensional wires. So this is about the how you create array. You can create array through for loop also, through while loop also. I just explain you how we can go for dimensions. So over here we have for loop. These are some pages like structure. This is my iteration, loop iteration. It will start from 0 to n-1. We called it a finite. Okay, So over here you just create control or constant. Using this you can control the values created by, or you can control the loop. So I just create a control over here. Now I just put a value, or first I just create a program that will generate values from 0 to 9. So in that case I just connect this iteration to the edge of my for loop. Over here, as you see, square brackets are there.
Yes.
It is visible to you? Or
Yes.
okay. So it is auto indexed. In the default case, it is auto indexed. You just click on right, and over here we have different connections like last value, index value, concatenate, conditional. So right now it is indexing. In the for loop case, it is default. In the default, it is auto index. So right now I just tell you what is the function of this. I just create an indicator. It will create an array. So when I just go to the numeric part and put some value inside it, let's say I want to create 10 values. So my loop will run from 0 to n minus 1, means maximum value is 9. So I just drag it. When I hit on run button, as you see, it will create 0, 1, 2. Basically, it will store the values of my iteration. My iteration starts from 0, then it go for 1, 2, 3, 4. It will show me how many times my loop run from 0 to 9. If you want to just change this value to 5, now it will generate from 0 to 5 value only. Means total 5 values and 0 to 4. Okay.
0 to 4.
Yes. So it is my case of how you can generate array. So now if you want to insert some operation inside it, the examiner told me that you have to just generate the values from 1 to 10. So in that case you just add operation, increment this value. I just delete this. Right now it is my from 0 to, it will generate from not 0 to 10, it will generate from 1 to 10. Okay, because I just increase the value, every value. So right now I just put 10. So using this you can create your program. Like in the C coding, the examiner told us to just write the code to generate first 100 value, first 10 values. Using this you can generate. So this is how you create one dimensional array using for loop. Now I just go for second part, how to create two-dimensional array. So you just go for another for loop inside for loop. You can call it cascade loop also, or nested loop. Not cascade, it is a nested loop. Okay. So you just connect the wire that is available at this array to over here, and when you create indicator over here, as you see over here I got the scalar value, over here I got the array, and over here I got the two-dimensional array. Over here we have one-dimensional array. Basically in the case of for loop, when every time loop runs, it will store the value over this edge, okay, in the form of array. And as you see over here, when I create a control for it, so it will works as a matrix, like column matrix and your row matrix. As you put over 10, so when you hit on run button, you got the values. It will create me a square matrix. Okay, so if you want to change it, let's check what is the out numeric 2, what is the work of numeric 2 and what is the work of numeric 1. Numeric 2 will create rows. Outer loop create rows and inner loop will create columns. And the function of this, as you see, when first time outer loop runs, the inner loop runs completely, means 10 times. So when second time numeric 2 or outer loop runs, inner loop again run 10 times. So that's why it is my column and it is my rows. It is clear to you?
Yes, understood.
Okay. So this is how you can use your for loop to create array. And another function, if you want to use your for loop as a while loop, because while loop is my infinite loop. In that case, I just go to the for loop. Over here, this is my for loop. Inside the count, over here you just put a very large value. Okay, so this is the maximum value, and you just go to the edge of for loop, right click, create conditional terminal. This conditional terminal is not available in the default case of your for loop, but it is available in the while loop. You just check it over here. This is the while loop, and over here iteration. We just stop it. So my loop last value is this, but if I want to stop this loop in between, you just go with this condition. We just enable conditional terminal, and over here using this function I just stop my loop inside any value. So just check it, I just delete it, and over here I just create an indicator. This indicator will show me the current loop state. So control E, I just make it large. You can increase the size also, you can change, you can modify it according to your convenience. So right now I just run it. As the values goes here and I just stop it, the loop will stop in between, like over here. So when you hit on run button, you can just check how much processor is using your CPU. Just go to the taskbar when you hit on run button. It is using maximum of your CPU.
Oh, 80.
Yes. Okay, so this is about the some part of basic array, how to create an array. Now in the arrays, as you see over here, data structure, this is my array. How to create array, you know right now. Right now I just told you different types of array. Like over here, these are my blank arrays. I just take the 3 types of array. In the first part I just numeric, in the second part I just take it boolean, third part I just take it as a string. And yes, these are my one-dimensional array. I just use one-dimensional array example over here. So just go to the block diagram window, copy it, you just make it, you just copy it using just select all, using control you can make it, make a copy, or you just control C or control V. Right now I just change to indicator, because I want to connect it, change to indicator. And all the function, maximum functions in the LabVIEW are polymorphic function. You know about polymorphic?
No.
Polymorphism is basically one node that I'm using. Like in the previous case, I'm just using the addition.
Okay.
As you see over here, it will connect to my different types of data. Like over here, I just change it to numeric. So right now over here, this is my floating type data. Over here, this is my integer type data, and my function is connected with both the data types. So this will there is a limitation. It is not connected with all the functions, because if I just connect this addition function with the boolean, there is a no logic, because if you want to just connect 2.0 with true false, there is no logic. So according to the logic, there are polymorphic functions inside the LabVIEW, which will connect with different data types,
Okay.
or they will support different data types. So right now, as you see over here, the color is orange, means one dimensional data of floating type. Over here we have boolean. This is a green color. It is represented using green color, and the string, it is represented using pink color. Maximum in the maximum program, we just use these three types of data in the maximum programs. And in the PPT, I have different types of data also. So I'll just show you 1 minute. So over here, these are my different types, like floating color, broken, void broken, variant, array. If you just use waveform, in that case we use the color is brown. If you just go for integer, the color is blue. For boolean, it is green. So there are different types of data. For reference, this is this color, or this is a light green, or you just say first color is your for path. If you want to just link your PDF, you want to just link up an Excel file with your LabVIEW, then you just go with this color. The color of wire is this. I just show you. And over here in this part, we have the wires color, different wire color. As you see, scalar, it is orange and blue. In the boolean, we have green color, strings for pink color, path for like this, what you say, light green or something, dark green. Yes. For the reference, we have different color, and for the hardware resources, we have blue color or purple color. And I just show you in the future lectures. So now I just go to the another part. So it is clear to you, different data types inside the. So in the data types, we have one cluster also. The function of the cluster is different from array. Array contain same type of data. Cluster will contain different type of data. Like I show you over here, I just make it numeric. So this is my numeric array, and I just put numeric inside the cluster. I just put boolean inside the cluster. I just put string inside the cluster according to the positioning. Like first, at the first place, I just put numeric. It will assign at 0 position. When I put boolean at second place, it will assign at 1 position. Yes. Okay. You can call it second, but inside the LabVIEW, the every position starts from 0. Okay. And then string at the third position, or it will take second position, indexing second. So if you want to just edit it, just make it clear, you just click over auto sizing, size to fit. As you see, you can arrange it horizontally or vertically according to your case. Right now vertically. If you want to change the position, reordering control in cluster. As you see over here, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. If I make it 2, the order of other also changed. If I make it 2, then order is 1, 2, 0. Okay, this is the case of reordering. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So you just click over here. So now, and if you want to just make a copy of it and again change it to control, and when you connect it, you just check the cluster. Right now both are at same position. If I just change the order, I just click at the output and reorder the cluster. I just make it 1, and when I just click over here, right now the arrow is broken, because in this case string output goes to boolean, boolean output goes to string, and numeric output goes to yes. So this is the case. So I just make it Control Z. Using Control Z, it will go to the previous condition. Yes. So this is how this is the main difference between cluster and array. Now I just go to the operations, different operations present in array. So you just go to the your block diagram window. Now over here, this is my array. Basically, in every field, if you want to work with your data, let's say from the hardware part, if you have a string type of data, like it will contain temperature, it will contain pressure, it will contain voltage and current, and these complete data comes over a single wire, means in serial you get the data. If you want to convert it, or you want to arrange, or you want to separate these data, you just go with these functions. So I just tell you different functions. So first I just take a array, floating array. Inside this I just make it 2 dimension, and over here I just put values. So these are my some values inside my array. Right now it is a 4 cross 4. It is a square matrix. Okay. So now I just put values inside zeros also. So now I just go with the first one. So array size. It will give me the size of array. I just connect it. As you see, my dimension is 2 dimension, so it will give me 2 values. Create indicator. It will also create a 1 dimensional array. It will show me column and rows value. When I hit on run button, it is a 4 cross 4. Okay. And when you just increase the size, let's say over here, it will give me 5 cross 4.
Yes.
Okay. So I just remove this, because in the matrix operation I need square matrix, because in the matrix, if you want to just go with the determinant, you will need square matrix. You know about the mathematics?
Yes.
Okay. So second part is my index array. You just go and select this. Right now I just connect it to the input. This is my input array, and over here you just select the value of row and value of column. According to this, it will give me the row indexing, and this will, and over here I got the element. Let's check. Put any value inside it. Let's say I just put 2. When I hit on run button, it will give me 1. Can you explain me how I just got this value? 2 means 0 1 2. 0 1 2. It will show me this value. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Because just remember, it will start from 0. And when I hit on this value, indexing, and when I again hit on run button, it will give me rows value 4. 0 1 2 3 over here. This row, and then second 0 1 2, and this value is 4. And if you want to check because there are so many values of 4, I just make it 58. When I hit on run button, it will give me 58. Okay, so this is how you can use index array function. If you want to go for multiple, just increase the size. You can select as many as value you want in your indexing. Just select over here, create control, and it will give you your function. Okay, so this is how you can use index array. Then we have a replace subset. Just drag it. It will require your input array. Just connect it. Then the indexing from where you want to replace your subset. So create constant. Let's say I want to just replace it from 1 position, and over here you have to just create your new value. So let's just put a value inside. Let's say it is 25. So it will create me output array. In that output array, the value is changed from 1 means this value. Right now inside the input array it is 3, and the output array it should be according to my program, that is 25. Let's check when I hit on run button. As you see over here, I got the 25. This is how you can replace your values. Okay, you can replace subset also. You just change it to array. You just put array over here. Okay, like I just make it array. Numeric. Inside this, I just put array, one-dimensional array. Inside this, I just put 3, 4. It will start from this location and replace the values. So I just connect it to 1 minute, new element or sub array. If you want to just change different values, just go with the again different option. That is your this, not using that I use. You just go, if you want to just check the operation of different function, just go with Control H. It will give you the detailed help. Control H. Okay, it will give you a detailed help, and it will show you also the what type is deleted, and these questions are asked in CLAD exam. Like over here, this is the case deleted portion. It is deleted element if you unwired. Okay, so I just show you what is deleted and what is not deleted. And the case, the question I got from delete array function in my CLAD exam. They asked me if input is connected to your delete array and the length is not mentioned and index is mentioned, so from where it is deleting. In the default case, we just go with from it will delete from start, but in this function it will delete from last. As you see, you just go with select this. So if you just not connect your indexing, so it will delete from last. I will show you in the next part. So this is array size, this is your index array, this is your replace array, and if you want to insert into array, means you have an array and you want to just insert inside this input array, you just go with I just delete this part and just go with the like over here If you want to insert the earlier part, I just did that. I want to I just create an array in the data containers. Over here, this is my array. I just put a one-dimensional array. I want to just insert it into my input array. So you just connect it. Right now it is connected. This is the insert array. It is not connected in the replace case. Okay. So over here, just create indicator. Over here, I will just create some value. So right now, if you want to just check the error, just go with this. Just click on broken arrow. It will show you insert into array more than one index input is wired. Just go over here and check more than one index is wired. You have to just delete this. As you see, broken arrow remove. So right now I am just inserting it from first row. So just go with the array, run it. As you see, the value. Have you got? Not. This is my output array. This is the. So you just increase it. As I insert in the input array, we have 4 rows. In the output array, we have 5 rows. 1, 2, 0, 0. In the default case, it will just put 0. Because in my input array only 2 elements are there. Over here in the input array we have 4 columns are there, so it just put 0 0. And if you want to just increase the size, let's say over here I just put 4, and when I again hit on run button, it will put 4 1. Yes. This is how you can go with insert array function. Now I'll just go with the delete array function. So over here, this is my delete array function. If you want to delete some part from your array and for a particular length, like I just want to delete first row and not first row, this is the length. You just go with the control help, it will show you. You just, when you go over your terminal, it will show you this is my indexing from where I want to delete. Let's say I want to delete from 1 and I want to delete 2 elements. Okay, and just create indicator over here. It will give me the new array and it will give me the deleted portion. Yes, it will give me the deleted portion. So control E and I just remove different parts so that it's clear to you. Okay. Over here, this is my array after deletion and this is my deleted portion. So when I hit on run button, as you see, in this case from 1 I just delete 2, and if you just select this part also, column also, let's say from 0, let's say this from 1. So length issue is there, just control V. Right now just check what happened to it. We delete columns from that one. So this is how you can go with deleted portion. And when I just make it default, let's check what happened. Again hit on run button and the output is default. Yes. Only 2 length, and when you just change the default length and create constant for row. Let's check what happened. Right now length is not mentioned. It is creating some problem. Okay, it is not connected.
Deleted array.
Yes. Okay. Just make a delete over here. And in the default case, if length is not mentioned, it will delete from where?
Second row. 1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4.
4 rows.
Second row is deleted, and I just got this. So this is from the array part, some basic part. So should I give you some exercise also?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I will. I just mail you some exercise.
Okay.
You just
Okay.
try your own. If you have any problem, then ask me. I'm just right now. I'm just giving you problems related to this numeric function. Have you know all the functions?
No, sir, I never tried.
So
We are using for some calculation. For example, Celsius to Fahrenheit, we are using addition and subtraction, multiplication.
Okay, basic. So I just told you. I just tell you the miscellaneous functions that are not regularly used, like compound arithmetic. Have you used?
No, sir, never used.
Okay, I just told you the remainder quotient function. I just told you the multiple array, add array, and these random number. These two random numbers are available in latest version of LabVIEW. And do you have these two functions? Random number?
I need to check, sir.
So I just told you about these. I just give you the exercise of this part, numeric part, boolean part, and comparison part. Today, in the today case, you just make some VIs of these according to your time.
Okay.
You are working.
Yes, I am working.
You are graduate from where?
So I am graduate 2010.
You are graduate from 2010.
Yes.
Okay, I am also graduating in 2010.
Oh, okay.
Same batchmate. Okay. So I just tell you about these functions right now. So first we have remainder and quotient. In some programs, like if you want to check the remainder is odd or not, if you want to go with you want to just check the boolean number, if you want to just convert the boolean number into numeric, yes, in that case you just go with the remainder and quotient. Over here in the numeric palette, like divide function, both functions are same, but over here we have got remainder separately and quotient separately. Like I just explain you. 1 minute. Create input. This is my input for the same divide function also, and I just put over here, let's say not 6, it is 7, and over here it is 2, let's say. And it will give me the remainder, it will give me the quotient, and over here I got the decimal value. Like in this I got the 3.5, and if you want to just, in the case of Python, there is a flow. Have you heard about Python?
Yes, I did, but I don't have experience.
Okay. In the Python, we have a floor division. Basically, it will create numeric value. It doesn't give any floating value, so it will just like floor division over here. So when I 7 divided by 2, it will give me, in the case of remainder, it will give me 1, and in the floor quotient, it will give me 3. As you see over here, I got the 3, and in the remainder, I got the 1.
Okay.
This is the main difference between this remainder quotient and divide function. Okay. So another function in the numeric value, this is my compound value. If you want to just go with, right now all the functions are here with 2 inputs, like multiple, division, addition. If you want to multiply 3 values, 4 values, 5 values, so you just drag and drop multiple addition like this. Okay. Or you just go with compound function. Over here, this is my compound function. You can insert as many as values, and over here we have different functions like addition, multiplication. So default, we have default functions. If you want to, you want to just a minus b minus c minus d minus e. If you want to perform a minus b minus b, c minus d minus e. In ultimate, we have a minus parenthesis b plus c plus d plus e. We have this function, so you just need not to require subtraction over here. Okay, so that's why the developer use these functions. Like I just again explain you. I want to perform a minus b minus c minus d minus e. I want to perform this. Okay, so in this case, this function is similar to a minus parenthesis b plus c plus d plus e. I just use the symbols, different symbols, just make it capital. So it is same. You just take the positive addition of all these 4 and just subtract this value from a. That's why the developer not using subtraction over here. Okay. Did you get that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, friend.
Okay. So this is the function. If you want to perform over multiple function, like in the case of digital electronics, we have AND gate, NAND gate with 2 inputs. But if you want to go with multiple values, multiple inputs, then you go for these compound functions. I just show you, like over here, I have different species. Let's say it is my input A, input B, input C. I want to perform addition, not addition, and operation over these. So first, just delete this, go to the Boolean function. Over here, this is my compound function. Connect this, Control P, second value, then go for third value. And over here, we have the indicator. You can use any type of indicator. Square indicator are there in the Boolean. As you see, square indicator, LED are there. And if you want to use some interesting, go to just silver. Over here, we have different indicator. And if you want to go to system, over here we have different indicator. You just use any type of indicator. And again, in the classic, we have different types of indicator. You just go with any type. Okay, so I just delete this, connect this. You also just change the color of this indicator according to your program. So right now I just make it continuous now. So now in the case of, this is the symbol of OR gate. If any input is high, all the output is also high. Yes. So right now this is my AND gate for 3 input. And right now if you want to change the operation, just go to invert mode. Over here just put XOR. If you want to perform XOR for these 3 inputs, as you see, if 4 numbers of ones are there, in that case the output is high. Even number of ones are there, in that case output is low. So this is how you can perform, or how you can use your compound interest function available in numeric and boolean. The compounding function is same. Now I just go with the random number. Basically, if you don't have any hardware device, like right now, and you do not have any hardware device, and you want to just create an artificial temperature. In the case of Tamil Nadu, let's say the temperature is from 30 degrees Celsius to let's say 50 degrees Celsius right now. Okay, so I want to just create artificial temperature using this random number. So let's check how you can create this. So first I just use a while loop. This random number, the property of this random, have you used MATLAB?
MATLAB, and next time going to learn.
Okay, in the MATLAB, basically there is a function or a command, RAND, rand command. Basically it will generate from 0 to 1 value.
Okay.
In between there are so many values like 0.0001, 0.0004. So same way over here we have random number. You just click on Control H and we have this random number. It will also generate from values 0 to 1. You can scale it according to your program. So right now I just scale it, because in this case my temperature goes from, let's say highest value is, let's say I just make it from 0 to make it constant. Let's say it is 50. So right now this random number will generate values from 0 to 50, and if and the values are in floating value. I want to just make it near to, or I just make it absolute value. So create indicator over here. So it will generate absolute value. I just increase the size of this. You also justify it or style it, make it center. So right now it will generate from 0 to 50, because initial value is 0, 0 into 50 0, and maximum value is 1, 0 into 50 is equal to 50. So let's check what happened to it. Right now when I hit on run button, it will generate very fast. If you want to make it slow, just go to the timings. Over here we have wait, and this is the wait milliseconds. It will take in milliseconds. Right now I just put 1 second. So as you see, it will generate 39, 1.39. It is generating absolute value. If you want to generate integer value, so it just replace this function. Go to numeric palette, round towards positive infinity, round towards negative infinity. It is up to you. Right now I just make it round towards positive infinity. Just remove this function. So when I again hit on button, it will give me integer value, that is 49, 40, and the different function from random number. Over here we have this function. It is after 2015 version. We have this random number function. You can assign it maximum and minimum value, means upper bound and lower bound. As you see, in the case of Tamil Nadu, we discussed that upper bound is 50 and the lower bound is let's say 20.
Okay.
Make it let's say 30. So it will generate from 30 to 50 value only right now. Create indicator, Control U. So when I hit on run button, as you see, it will generate only values between 30 to 50. Yes. And if you want to make it interesting, just go to your numeric palette. Over here we have thermocouple. The advantage of LabVIEW is that there is a graphical representation. So you can change your values. So I just connect this random number function. So first I just make it towards positive infinity, connect this, so it will show me both values. So when I hit on run button, as you see,
Because I think you never connected to the terminal.
yes, it is not connected. Right now it is connected. So as you see, it will show you the temperature from 30 to 50 only, and you can scale it also. Let's say my maximum value for this indicator is 60 and minimum value is, let's say, 20. So when I hit on the button, it will show me the values. So this is how you can generate artificial temperature for your program. Then you have your sensors, your controller. In that case, you just connect your controller with your PC. I will also explain you different hardware devices. I have NI DAC cards. I have my DAC also. I have my RIO also. Other than this, for easy way, I just also show you how to connect or how to interface Arduino board. That is cheaper one.
Yes.
I just told you how to program using Arduino board also. Okay. So this is how you just create your artificial temperature using random number. The next function, these are my conversion. Like if you want to convert one data type into another data type, you just go with this. I just explain you in future programs, in future lectures also. And over here we have complex numbers also. If you want to just conjugate, or you want to just create a real or imaginary part, or you want to go with polar form. So in today's lecture, I just give you the problems related to these palette only: numeric palette, Boolean palette, and comparison palette. Okay. Any questions till now? Okay. So I just told you also the sub-VI function today. What is sub-VI? Have you created any sub-VI?
Previously created, sir.
Okay, previously created. How to edit that sub-VI? Do you know?
Edit and then go for if the option is available, is the create something.
Okay. So for right now there is a question for you for tomorrow lecture. So how many terminals you can create using your sub-VI? Maximum number of terminals. Like
we are creating only two, one for Boolean we are creating, another one is for toggle switch.
oh, just check over here. As you see in this part, just go, when you click over here, right click over here, you just check patrons. There are number of terminals. The maximum number of terminals are there. Yes. If you want to just add more terminal, no terminal is available. This is the maximum number of terminals. You can just count these terminals. This is the maximum limit in case of a sub-VI. And when I just go with the pattern, this pattern, in this case only two terminals are there, one for input, one for output. If you want to add terminal, as you see over here, add terminal function is there available. Just in this case, one input is there, two output is there.
Two output is there.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that we are example for two inputs, one output.
Okay. You can it is according to your application or your problem. So maximum number is this. You just count it. Okay. So this is all about today, or you want to go with more exercises?
Yes, you can give me the example exercise. I try to finish. If any doubt, I will ask.
Okay. So I am also available to you.
Okay.
You can ask me through WhatsApp also. Till 9.
Yeah, okay.
Till 9 I am available. Okay.
Okay.
So I just share you some exercise. Just wait. Do you have this NI license activator?
I think no.
This activator is given to us by my student from NI. It will just I show you how to activate. As you see, these green buttons show me all the functions are activated in my system.
Yes, I remember. I activated that.
Okay. So this is the first exercise sheet, the basic level program. You just create your own, and if you have any problem, like in the population of the town is this one, the percentage of man is this, the percentage of total literacy is this, the total percentage of literate man is 35. This type of question you want to try. And over here, this is the exercise sheet. So today I just shared this exercise. You just go with as many as VI. You just save it according to your this file name. Like in the chapter 1, we have experiment number 1, design of front panel and block diagram to check the working of controls. You just put control and indicator and just run it. Because in the case of LabVIEW, if you leave it right now, if you just study it for 1 month, and after 1 month you just remove it, your hand is not working for wiring also. You just do not remember what to do with the functions. I am working on this software from 2011 during my MTech also. I just go with fuzzy logic, PID controller, neuro fuzzy. I just create different values, or I just create a controller for speed control of DC motor using LabVIEW. And right now I am working on renewable energy. Yes, I just created a solar panel inside the LabVIEW also. And boost converter I am creating, and I just go working right now. I am doing my PhD from NIT Kurukshetra. Yes. So I am just sharing this file to you through mail. Or in the chat box, I just share it. 1 minute, I'm just sharing it through WhatsApp. I'm just sharing it through WhatsApp. It is very easy.
Yes, okay.
So you just try it, and if you have any problem, then
Yes, I will.
in the next time, should I include hardware part also, or just go
Yes.
with first software part, then after that go with hardware part?
Anything okay, sir, no problem.
First, I just check what type of knowledge you have right now. After that,
Okay, sir.
according to that, we go with hardware also.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is for today, and you just make it these VIs and send back me.
Okay, sir. Sir, the recorder now in the class will be recorded, right?
Yes,
That
yes.
is I can access.
I'll just
For
share you.
okay.
On the Gmail, there is recording is not available. Should we go with Teams, Microsoft Teams, or another software, Zoom?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Teams, I
Teams, are you familiar with Teams?